This segment sponsored by Fort Wayne Awning Company. Fort Wayne Awning offers affordable and superior quality for your home, business, and even your marina. And today, joining me is their president, Brandon McClain, to share more about their business. Hello, Brandon.
Hi, how are you, Jessica? Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Okay, so last time we chatted, I came out to your facility.
Yeah.
And got to see really the magic behind it all, how you all made your different awnings and the different options. So start off by just giving us an overview about your business.
So we've been in business 1932 here locally in Fort Wayne, doing awnings and other type of canvas and vinyl work, primarily residential, commercial awnings, patio coverings, outdoor coverings, pool covers, some marine upholstery, marine covers, a little bit of everything when it gets into the textile fabric world. But primarily it's residential and commercial awnings that we've kind of thrived on over the past 80 plus years.
Yes, which is a long time.
Yeah.
And you all will be out at the Home and Garden Show at booth 1131.
Yeah.
And people can come and really see what you're all about. So will you be building something? Will you have samples on display?
So yeah, we're building a wall that looks like an actual house. So you can get a feel of what a traditional patio awning would look like on a brick 2-story home with windows, sliding glass door. And then we'll also have a couple different retractable awnings that we do. And so that's kind of a big thing when it comes to spring, summertime. A lot of people have taken a liking to the retractable awning because it's shade on demand. And it's not always out in the weather elements like a traditional patio awning that's got a frame and a cover that you take on and take off.
Yeah.
What's unique about this year is we've actually we've started to manufacture our own retractable awning. So traditionally we would order from different vendors retractable awnings. They'd get shipped in and then we'd install them at the customer's house. Because of tariffs and shipping delays and kind of everything that's going on in the industry, we've decided to basically build our own awning. So from the frame to the tube that it's built on to the arms, we're building that here locally in Fort Wayne. And then the cover, we've got over 500 different fabrics that we can choose from. Wow. So you really can customize your awning.
Yeah.
And at the same time, not worry about extended lead times when you get into the summer months. We've been able to build an awning within like a 2 to 3 day turnaround time.
Wow.
Now, on average, you're probably going to look at 2 to 3 weeks when we get into summertime. But in theory, we can build an awning. If you call in the morning, we could have it built and potentially installed in the afternoon. So
is there like a best time of year to place that order? Because I think people sometimes do wait until spring and summer.
Yeah.
But is now, while it's still winter, a good time to start that process?
Yeah, you ask a lot of people, they think it's spring already because we've had a couple nice warm days and
50.
they're ready for their awnings to come out.
Right.
But no, yeah, right now is a great time. You kind of get ahead of the rush when it gets into spring. When you start to get into April, May, people start to go up to the lakes. They start to open up their lake homes.
Yeah.
They spend more time outside. And then when you start to get those warm days and you're sitting on your patio and it's hot, then you're like, hey, I need an awning.
Right.
So does everybody else. And so the lead times will start to go up as you get closer to the middle of the summer. And then when you get towards the end of summer, then you start to deal with, what does it make sense to do it now or do I wait?
Yeah.
And then traditionally, over the winter months is when, aluminum or the raw material suppliers, that's when they tend to do price increases. So then you're stuck because you don't want to pay for an awning and then let it sit on the shelf for 4 to 5 months before you want to put it up in spring. So right now is probably the best time. But with that being said, you kind of want it when you need it, and you need it when you want it. So before now, and then obviously the Home and Garden Show, people's interest starts to get piqued about outdoor spaces and how can they enjoy them more. So
yeah, that's so awesome. So what do you think, as people kind of consider the process of getting an awning, where do they start? Is it really deciding if they need it to be retractable or something more permanent, and then they kind of think about the size of it and then the material to choose from?
Yeah, it's really dependent upon your space and what you want to get out of it. Each type of awning has kind of its pros and cons, I guess, if you will. A traditional framed patio awning it's probably going to be, it's more robust because you've got framing that's built on it, so it can handle like a heavier rain, it can handle more wind. But it's always out.
Yeah.
So if you go outside and it's, you know, it's not super hot, it's not super sunny, and you want the sun in May when it's not super hot out. But your awning's out because you typically.
Because how long do they last?
So if you look at like a traditional patio awning that you would have in your back of your house, depending on the size, the majority of those will come down in the fall.
Yeah.
And so that's part of what we do. We'll go around and we'll take all the patio awnings down,
wow.
store them, clean them, treat them, and then put them back up in the springtime. I mean, those awnings, in theory, you can get 15 to 20 years out of the cover itself. The frame, you typically don't have to worry about that. It's, you know, the material is either aluminum or galvanized, so that, in theory, will last a lifetime. And then the same thing with the retractable, because you're really only using it when you're sitting underneath it. So that fabric's not always out. It's not always getting, you know, the sun that's hitting it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get a lot of the wind that tends to, you know, tatter up the front on the valance.
Yeah.
So you get, again, 15 to 20 years out of that type of awning. The frame, in theory, should last forever. The electronic components, we've seen, I think, you know, we did a couple motor replacements and they were 20 plus years old. So they last a really long time.
I mean, it sounds like a really great investment, really.
Yep.
So with that process, so if someone is interested in learning more about your company and just kind of talking to you about the options, how should they get in contact with you?
So really, I mean, it's real simple. Website has contact information, call. That's, I would say, the majority of our appointments. Customers call, they go to the website. Usually they kind of know what they want as far as an awning goes. Maybe not what type of an awning.
Yeah.
So then they call us, we set up an appointment, we do, you know, free estimates, consultations. We'll go out to the customer's house, we'll look at the space, we'll take measurements, we'll see, you know, what's going to work, what they want out of an awning, and then that's pretty much it. Then they get to pick out colors, fabric, you know, frame colors, fabric patterns in different colors. So yeah, it's a pretty simple process by calling us or emailing us and then visiting our website.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, great talking to you, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We're excited.
Yes. And if you would like more information about Fort Wayne Awning, we'll have their website listed below, and you can visit them this week at the Home and Garden Show. They will be at booth 1131. Stop by and see what they have for their setup. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Fort Wayne Awning Company.